I'm Nuthan and I'm making a Thai dish called Bai Krapao Kai, which is Thai basil chicken. The Bai is for leaf, Krapao is the basil, and Kai is chicken. This dish can be had with steamed rice, which goes really well with it. And on top of that, I'm going to lay a fried egg, which is going to also be made in a Thai style. Happy eating! Let's go through the ingredients that we're going to be needing for this basil chicken that we're doing today. We start with the chilies. Now these are called Bird Eye Chillies, which we get in Thailand. They are available in most of the countries. You could also go to your Asian grocer. These chilies are very spicy, so I'm going to use just 3 for my 100 grams of chicken. You please go ahead and do according to your own requirement. We're going to use 5 cloves of garlic, 1 spur chili. Now this is not spicy, but it's really nice for the color and for a nice flavor. I'm using beans. It's originally supposed to have string beans, but then again, we don't really get that here. But if you do in your city, please do buy the string beans as they're called. We're going to use half an onion. These are basil leaves that you could use your Italian basil, though we are supposed to use the hot Thai basil, but that has little cuts on the side. But this is your regular Italian basil. This also does well. We're going to use minced chicken. This is oyster sauce, which I'm using 1 tablespoon of. I'm using light soya sauce, 1 tablespoon, 1.5 teaspoon of dark soya sauce, and 1 teaspoon of fish sauce. Along with that, 1.5 teaspoon of sugar. You could use brown sugar, oil and water as we go along. And I'm going to be using 1 egg and of course the minced chicken. So now we'll go into how you're going to be preparing this. You take your garlic, just give it a pound with your knife that peels it. This will all go into your mortar pestle, this and your red chilies, the Bird Eye Chillies. Just give it a rough chop and use both of these things. Just add a little bit of salt. It always helps because it doesn't splatter. And just pound this paste together. Make a nice rough paste out of your chilies and garlic. This is your chili and garlic paste, as you can see. Keep that on one side. In the meantime, take your spur chilies. Cut that into nice. Make juliennes out of this. They are not very spicy, but they look very pretty because it gives it a nice color to your chicken that's being made. Chili is done. Take the beans. Just remove the top head of the beans. That's our beans done. And we'll take the onion. Cut this into nice long slices. Now all our vegetables are ready and we are ready to start our cook. So I'm going to now put my chili garlic paste into the hot oil, and we're going to cook this till our garlic gets golden brown. I love the sizzle that's coming. I hope you guys can hear it. So actually, if you were to visit Bangkok and Thailand, you'd see that's how cooking is done. I'm in my balcony out here today. It's a bright and sunny day. And it's taking me back because it's all green, and that's how Bangkok actually. As you can see, our chicken is all done. I'm going to now add the sauces. Like I told you, this is 1 tablespoon of oyster, 1 tablespoon of light soya, 2 teaspoons of fish sauce, and 1.5 teaspoons of dark soya sauce. Give it a nice mix. This is 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. When you add sugar to a salty spicy dish, it enhances that flavor tremendously and gives it it brings out the taste, like what we call the umami taste. I'm adding the onions that we had earlier cut and the beans to this. We didn't add the beans earlier because we didn't want the beans to be too soggy and too cooked. They need to be crispy when you actually serve the Bai Krapao. So we don't want all the vegetables to have turned mushy and overdone. Now this looks like a really, really nice. Let's give it a shake so we know if it's ready. At this point, it's the best time. You can taste it for sugar, for spice, for salt. Yum. I like my Bai Krapao a little, I don't like it very dry. I like to have a little bit of gravy. So that's the reason that I've added a little bit of water to it again. Now this will give your sauce, it will cover the Bai Krapao well, and this looks really ready to be had. I'm putting on the oil on which we are going to make the egg, the Thai style egg that I mentioned. We need to get this oil to a smoking point. Now, there is an ingredient which I didn't mention in the beginning of this cook, only because traditionally that's not an ingredient used in Thai when you're doing the Bai Krapao, but I like to add it only because it gives it that really nice zing of flavor in the end. So this is the Thai chili paste. You all could have seen it. That's what it looks like. It comes in bottles. And this is the latest, they're selling it in tubes, these plastic tubes, easy to carry around. So I'm going to actually add a teaspoon of this to my Bai Krapao. Like they say, the umami taste, I think it comes from this. For me, this is a great fit. This is our Bai Krapao ready. And now I'm going to add the basil leaves. You just tear them with your hand. There's fresh, you know, I'm growing these in my balcony here, so they're easy to grow, and oh, they smell heavenly now. You can see that our oil is hot, it's smoking, and now we're going to just break my egg into this, and my Bai Krapao is ready. The egg is cooking. Now I'm going to assemble this whole thing together. That's the egg ready to go on top. Now let's assemble our Bai Krapao. That's my Bai Krapao ready. I wish There was a way for us to get the aroma across because it's smelling heavenly. And we feel, everybody around me is also feeling that they've been transported to Bangkok. Let's just put some. I know this egg might look super unhealthy, but then once in a while, it's that's Thai Bai Krapao ready to be had. Enjoy this with steamed rice.